Orthodox Christian wife, mom to nearly 10, and the author of The Ascetic Lives of Mothers Hear Me, Special Agents of Christ, and creator of saintsbox.com. Now today I'm actually going to talk about saintsbox.com because I haven't really done a podcast about it yet, and I wanted to take the opportunity to do that since last week, or the last podcast was a review of Tending the Garden of Our Hearts by Alyssa Bielatich and Christina Wanger. Go get it still. I mean, you can still benefit from it, even though Great Lent has begun, because it's kind of a start wherever you are kind of book, which is wonderful. Anyway, so I did that as a tool for Great Lent, and so I was like, hey, why don't I do Saints Box, because that's a really good tool for Great Lent too. So here we go. All right. So Saints Box is a program for kids. It's a monthly subscription program where they get something in the mail every single week. And but it's for 4 to 8-year-olds and 8 to 12-year-olds, depending on their maturity. And it is to help them and to help families prepare for the liturgy each week. It is in no way intended to, take the place in church. I mean, just looking at it, you'll be like, yeah, that doesn't take place in church. Or to enhance church. The liturgy is a wonderful, beautiful thing. But sometimes our kids aren't as engaged as we'd like them to be. Sometimes when they see the icons on the wall, for example, it's more just like the decor of church rather than something that they're engaging with. So we put together this program. The younger kids have St. John's Clubhouse, and they have 4 characters that they're interacting with, the Clubhouse kids, and that's Sarah, Daniel, Zeke, and Liz. And every week they'll get something like this in the mail. This one has to do with the Sunday of Orthodoxy. I love these characters. My 21-year-old daughter is the artist for this. And they're yelling, "This is the faith of the Orthodox," because they're practicing. It's because it's my favorite part when we do that proclamation, when we get to the end. This is the faith of the prophets. This is the faith. We're louder than when we are proclaiming the rest of it. This is the faith which has established the universe. Anyway, so, but in every one, it has a story about the gospel reading. It has a let's do it section and a I'm big enough to be truly a part of the church. It's not just something that we visit on Sundays. And then also every week, now this doesn't go with the one I just showed you, but every week they also get a saint's card. It has information about a saint and a coloring page to go with that saint. Artwork also done by my daughter, Kaya Boyd. I'm just so excited about it. Anyway, she does just a fantastic job. But it comes in the mail, it's addressed to them, and that is so fun for kids to get something in the mail, because nobody sends anything in the mail anymore unless it's a gift card, which isn't a bad thing. We like gift cards, but getting something super personal and something that's super engaging. I'm hearing from young kids that they are really liking this. There's a little girl from my church who's about, I think she's 6. And I love her voice. She kind of has a deeper voice for a 6-year-old. And she came up to me just a couple weeks ago and kind of retold me the story that she got the first week, the very first Sunday, was Holy Theophany. And the Clubhouse kids, the 2 boys, were chasing each other around because one had dumped a bucket of water on the other one's head to reenact baptism. And she just thought it was the funniest thing. But she also got that it was about theophany. She got baptism. She got all these important things that helped to make that Sunday experience more meaningful to her instead of just sitting in church. Because honestly, sometimes that's how kids feel that we're going to. I mean, some kids are super engaged. I've seen kids super engaged to the point where, you know, they're sensing everything with their baby doll, or you know, I've had a couple that somebody made a little vestment for them and they were priests. But this is just to help them to engage more fully in what is already there. And then for the older kids, oh, almost forgot. There are some bonuses or special features that you can get if you feel like it. They're not necessary at all. But we do have this amazing binder available that has, I mean, look at that. It has a pocket. That is like my favorite thing. And it has a place for the stories, and then it has another place. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. No, I can't, can I? That's the stories, and then it has, oh, that's the stories where you can keep the stories. And then it has the Sunday Saints that your child will get in the mail, the coloring pages that they can do. Well, oh my goodness, it's one-handed, not bad, where they can learn about these different saints and have their coloring pages. And the cool thing about the binder, I mean, you can get a mini binder at like Office Max or Walmart or something like that. But the cool part about it is everything comes hole punched, and so they can actually set this on their nightstand or on the prayer, wherever they pray, and have that open to that saint. Oh, I just thought it was the coolest thing. Anyway, and then it's a grab and go. They can take it with them. Huh, very cool. All right. So that is the younger kids. All right, the older kids is called TQ621, which stands for Treasure Quest 621, which is for Matthew 621, which is where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So our questers are the older kids, and each week, where's theirs? Each week they get something. Let's see. I know, so unprepared. I'm so sorry. But they get something in the mail too. And each week it has, I just like the different designs on the outside. See that? Anyway. Each week they will get different challenges because they are questers. And so they get a new quest every week. It looks like something like this on the inside, and then there's like quick facts, and we have translation. It's called the translation folio, where they can learn to write and speak the different things in different languages, which I think is really cool. Like this, I'm going to pronounce it poorly. The person who does this, her name's Nicole Johnson. She's amazing. She does this. She does the, there's a code each week. And they're not just like busy work type sheets or code breaking. It has to do with what's being said in the epistle or the gospel reading. And they're challenged to discover it and then listen for it. So giving more opportunities. Oh, here's another translation folio thing. Look at that. I mean, isn't that, she does such an amazing job of coming up with the stuff. If it was me, it'd be like a crossword puzzle every single week and very boring and it would be busy work, but she does very meaningful stuff. Thank you, Nicole Johnson. You're amazing. You know, the quick facts about the ecumenical councils and, I mean, look, there's just cool stuff. But the kids, the reports I'm getting from the kids, well, from the parents, they're saying their kids are excited every week to receive this. And the kids are saying thank you, and this is really cool. And I had another friend who was telling me about her son. Well, two things. That he is reading his Bible all of a sudden, and that when he comes to church, it's like when he's looking at the icons, for example, he's looking around because the older kids, they get to learn about the saints as well. They receive a Saints Box tin when they first sign up. And in the tin, we have an icon of St. John Maximovich, and then this really cool cross. I just think it's the coolest thing. It's from Bethlehem. Hello. It's from Israel, from olive wood from Israel. So it's something from where Jesus's feet were on earth. And then each month they receive a new, icon card. And the cool thing about these icon cards, and these were created for us exclusively by Elena Pelican, and she's an iconographer and she's amazing. But look. Isn't that cool? So this is St. Mungo, and he, let's see. And then on the back of each card, it has little bits of information and a map showing where they were born. I love this guy. This is St. Haralambos. He suffered for Christ when he started suffering for Christ when he was 113 years old. See, each map is different. Then we have St. Patrick, of course, and he was kidnapped by pirates. What kid doesn't want to know that their saint was kidnapped by pirates when he was 16 years old? We have St. Mary of Egypt. And we have other ones. So we have men and women that they get to see. They get to see where they're from, and have more connections. And so he started looking around the church like he was just seeing these icons as people who lived for the first time, that they weren't stories, that these were actual people who lived. I mean, this one, they haven't gotten her yet, but she, let's see, this was the only one, the first one I had seen. Then my aunt and uncle told me a story about another saint who got beheaded and actually carried his head with him. So beheading didn't kill him, but she was beheaded, burned, and buried, and still restored to life by God. Oh my goodness. And then he's done amazing things. This is St. Columba of Iona. He's done a lot of amazing things, but one of the, my son is interesting. One of the things that stood out to me the most was he's the first person in history to mention the Loch Ness Monster. I don't know. I mean, just all sorts of fun little facts. So TQ621 or Questers, they have their own collection of things that are bonus things that you don't have to have in order to do the program at all. But they're just kind of fun. We have a really cool Bible, and you might say, well, why would you want a Bible? Most homes have a Bible in the first place. But what we're finding is that when kids have their own Bible, they tend to be more likely to read it because it's theirs, which I know. But we have a really cool notebook, and I like this notebook because for one, it comes with a pen, and then it comes with all this stuff to be able to mark where your treasure quest is taking you. So a lot of kids like that. There's a 7-in-1 tool. I'm not going to take this apart, but it has a compass and a, what is that? Is that a, I can't even see. It's a thermometer on there, and it has a flashlight, and it has a mirror on the inside and a whistle, and it's just really cool. And then, of course, you got to have your spy pen, and so it has this other, trying to do things one-handed is kind of hard. Yeah, it has this invisible ink on one end. I won't show this one. Now that I've put it in my mouth. And then it comes with a little black light, to reveal the messages. So, I mean, just cool, just fun, just exciting. But, of course, you do not need any of those things in order to do the program. And, in fact, you don't even need any of these things that come in the mail, because we also have a digital option available so that you can have it delivered to your inbox instead of your mailbox. And the cool thing about that is if you have a large family, you can print what you need and not have to worry about, you know, anybody fighting over who's getting what in the mail. And for the cost of both programs as a bundle digitally is less than one physical, because, you know, we have to factor in shipping and everything. So Anyway, so that's the program. And the reason that it's helpful for during Great Lent is we do focus during Great Lent on the different Sundays of Great Lent. The kids are encouraged to really experience and go and do and engage with the life of the church, which is helpful during Great Lent, and it's helpful the rest of the year as well. So that is the program that I've created with the help of, several other people who have just been wonderful, because basically at this point everybody is volunteering because it hasn't really jumped off the ground yet. So we'll see how things go. But I just wanted to put this out there just to let you know that this resource is available if you happen to want to go check it out on saintsbox.com. So that's what I've been up to. That's why it's been hard to juggle doing the podcasts and parenting and starting a little business. So please forgive me. I'm going to try to be a lot better with doing the podcasts. I'm hoping to do one for each week during Great Lent. We will see what happens. So this is week 1. This is the faith of the Orthodox that we are trying to pass on to our kids. There you go. All right, let's keep working out our salvation one mama moment at a time. Thanks.